Sublimating 20-ounce tumblers is super easy, and I want to show you how to do it. These are super quick to do and make a perfect gift, and you can easily batch stuff like this to sell, and it can potentially earn you a lot of money. I'm Ashley, and this is Chip Builds, and welcome to the 12 Days of Craftmas series. This is the final video in the series, so let's jump into it so I can show you how to make stunning tumblers. All right, so we're gonna just trim up the edges of my artwork here, and I'm just using this paper cutter. So I'm gonna just try and line this up really well. Clearly I need a new blade. And now we can wrap our cup. All right, I have all my sublimation transfers cut out here, and so now we can prepare our tumblers to get them all taped up and ready to go in the oven. For this project, I am using the MakerFlo blanks. I just honestly love them. They work so well, and they come in these really cool boxes, so it really helps you stand out with customers. We're gonna do 6, so we're gonna do 2 of the stainless steel, 2 of the glitter, and 2 of the regular. But these are seriously packaged so nice. Has some foam in the top, has a straw, and then all you have to do is just pull this out of the box. And then what's really cool too is MakerFlo offers these handles that you can twist in. And so you can mix and match different colors, and it gives you a couple extra ounces to the 20-ounce tumbler. So they have these for all of their different sizes, and it's honestly just a cool little thing that you can buy separately. So I'm gonna remove the care card. I'm super excited that their stainless steel line is now sublimatable, because that is going to make for some pretty cool looking tumblers. I have sized all my artwork out using the template that MakerFlo provides on their website, and so we are literally going to push these together as close as possible. Oops, I did not leave very much room for error, so that's my fault, just because my cutting skills are not great. But so let's start taping them up. All right, so we have our sublimation tape over here, and you gotta really make sure that this tape is for sublimation specifically, because normal tape will not work. So you can do this a couple different ways. You can set your tumbler down so that it lines up with the bottom, or you can do it from the top, or there's really a bunch of different ways. So whatever feels comfortable for you. So I'm gonna do it where I flip it upside down and it's on this edge, and then I'm just gonna put it in my little cradle here. I'm just gonna really pinch my artwork here. Then I'm gonna put a piece of tape on one side, and then I'm gonna use that tape to really pull the one side overlapping. Your best chance of success with sublimation is getting this wrap as tight as possible. So I put a piece right there, and again, I'm gonna hold too hard. Again, I am going to just pull that right there to really make sure that's nice and tight. And I like to start the middle and then do the 2 edges, and then we can do the rest of it. And then always just make sure you're pulling the same way. So this will leave a little bit a rim of a white on the bottom, but I'm okay with that. Some people like to use very little tape. I like to use a whole heck of a lot. So then once I feel pretty good about that, I'll do a piece right down the middle. I do want to put a little piece right here on the edge. Make sure I get all of this area. And then what I like to do is take a little squeegee and really push down that seam line so it's nice and defined. So I'm gonna get a nice big piece of tape. I can tape the bottom of this. And then since I'm using my little cup cradle here, I am just gonna pull really tightly all the way around, and then I'll just spin it back around and use my finger to push down that seam. All right, now we can flip it over and I can do this other side of the seam. You can use the skinny or the fat tape. There's literally no right or wrong way to do it. And then we'll just push this over. All right, so this one's good. I'm not gonna make you watch me do all of these, and so I'll just show you one of each of the different styles that we're gonna tape up. I think the stainless steel one is gonna look really good with this Red Bull pattern. Let me put it the right side up. I think it's gonna look awesome. I am going to put a piece of tape on one side, and I'm gonna really pull all my shrink. See how that is overlapping? Then we'll do it for this side as well. All right, that one's good. This one I cut just a smidgen too short. Man, I really struggled with this one. But it's fine, guys. This is a learning curve. All right, now we can put these in the oven. All right, so we're gonna plug in the oven and we are gonna set this for 375. I'm gonna hit this button, and for the time, I want it to be 6 minutes, not 2 hours. 6 minutes. All right, the oven has beeped, so that lets me know it's ready. And then I've opened this, but you wanna do this as quickly as possible because the longer it's open, the more you're letting all the heat escape. I'm gonna see if I can fit all of these in here. I can fit 4 in there at a time, I think, safely. And then, so we're gonna have these in here for 6 minutes. Because they're on their side, in 3 minutes, I'm gonna flip them over. And so since this counts down for us, we can easily see when we need to flip them. All right, so very quickly, I wanna flip these over. All right, and then so it will beep at you when it's done. And then, all right, so we can take these out. We can put them on my little heat pad. And the really nice thing is I think they transferred really well because you could see it through the paper. Then we can put these last 2 in and then we can hit start. I'm not sure how well you can see the image through the paper there, but that looks to me like it transferred really well with the oven. All right, so these are all done. So let's start unwrapping them. I really hope these look good. All right, what do we think? Did this do good or was it a bust? I mean, according to the paper, I think it went fine. All right, you'll see it first. Oh man, how cool is that? This looks like a freaking can of Red Bull. Oh my goodness. How cool is that? We did get the tiniest amount of ghosting at the top, but because it's stainless steel, I think it's okay. And I don't think you can really tell. This looks so good though. All right, let's do the next stainless steel one. This one I think is gonna look really cool. I'm curious if I will have that same little bit of ghosting at the top. Man, this tape is making me mad. This is my least favorite part of sublimation. But all right, first look. Oh my freaking goodness. Absolutely amazing. Look at that color. Oh my gosh, this is my new favorite thing for sure. And then let's check the edges. The edges look fine to me. I don't see any ghosting at the top, so that's pretty great. Man, I'm super excited. All right, let's go with our just standard sublimation tumblers. So I think the key is the thicker tape to do the top and the bottom and not the thinner tape. This one, I think I taped too good. And what's really cool is you can get everything you need for this project from MakerFlo themselves. They are really becoming a one-stop shop, which is super awesome for all of your crafting needs. All right, here we go. First reveal. Oh, and it's upside down. Okay, this is awesome. Let's look at the edge. That edge is looking great. Let's look at the bottom edge. I think that edge looks fine to me. You let me know down below. I don't know which one of these 6 I'm gonna use on the daily. It might be the Red Bull one or it might be this next one. This one, if I'm being honest, I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out because the tape kind of absorbs some of the color. So I'm not too sure. This is also the first time I've ever done sublimation where I let the tumbler cool completely before I took it apart. So I don't think it super matters if you take it apart while it's hot or while it's cold. Amazing, amazing. I think I didn't realize when I bought this file that it was a little pixelated, but I mean, this thing looks so cool. And then pairing this with a red handle, I think would look really cool. All right, let's get to the ones I'm most excited to see are these glitter ones. I think these are gonna look amazing. I've never done any kind of the glitter tumblers, so this is super exciting for me. So I love how these came out in the sublimation oven. I'm very curious how these would look if we did them with a mug press. I think they would come out just as vibrant, honestly. This one I'm gonna just rip because I'm impatient. And this looks awesome. Oh man, how cool this is. Oh man, the camera's not even picking up the glitter effect. This thing is amazing. I'm sorry if this sounds like I'm being ingenuine, but I'm honestly so excited with how these turned out. You guys, I'm telling you, make some 20-ounce tumblers. All right, now let's see if the trendiest design that I made worked or not. If you want this Santa Says 6-7 design, definitely check out the links down below. Now, I'm not sure how this one will have done because I did use the thinner tape on this, but so this is a great experiment to see the difference. Because I think with the ones we've already unwrapped, I think the thick tape is where it's at. Now, I don't typically keep all these cups for myself. I normally give them away to the kids in my youth group, And I think I know exactly who is going to take this one. And honestly, I think a couple kids might fight for it. I thought it would look cool with the glitter as well. I really wish the camera picked up the glitter effect better, but I'll try and get some beauty shots. All right, the back is looking pretty good. And oh man, this looks amazing. The glitter freaking elevates this to a whole new level. And you guys, there's no ghosting. How awesome. Check the top. Oh, we got a tiny, tiny little piece of ghosting. Highly recommend you make some tumblers, enter the giveaway so you can win your own sublimation oven so that you can make these the 12 at a time, really, if you want to. But please make sure you enter. I'm honestly amazed at how well these tumblers turned out. And honestly, just because I'm not super great at sublimation, so this has been a pleasant surprise. But guys, this is the final episode of the 12 Days of Craftmas, and so I hope you enjoyed this series. Let me know down below if you have any questions or if you would do this project or what you would do differently or what I did wrong, and I'll be more than happy to respond and engage with you. And thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya!